We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next. Welcome back to the Daily Helpline, where we're joined today by our special guest, Dr. Judy Ho, and our next guest, Joel. Joel, after battling addiction with alcohol for 10 years, now has 2 years of sobriety. But Joel says that despite that, he's still not happy. So Joel, tell us a little bit more. What's going on?
It's almost like starting over again. Like I know how to have a good time without alcohol and stuff, but it's just now I feel like I want to give back so much for all the things that I've done in my past. You know, all the years I was just kind of around and hurting girls and hurting myself in the process. So it's just like, how can I give back now? How can I give back to other people or in situations that I'm at too?
I'm a little confused because I was thinking you came on here because you were dealing with the shame of being, you know, an addict or alcoholic. And now what I'm hearing is it's all great, all good. I just need some, drop in some service work.
So I can help other people.
I like to just pay everything I can forward as much as I can and help out more people, because like ultimately the more that you help, the more that you ultimately get back, and like I just want to help out. If I like go back and think about some of the things I did, it's like painful to think about, you know, some of the people that I've hurt, some of the girlfriends, some of the things I might not even remember that I had done, you know, when I was drinking, and people think that, oh, I'm just being kind of fun and fresh, and there's a fine line between like being fun and you know, fresh and being just a jerk.
So
You know?
you stopped drinking 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you stop being an 2 years ago?
Yeah, I did. Well, listen, the drinking was kind of like making me be a jerk. Like that's just what it was. I thought I was being cool and funny, and turns out like I was really just being mean to people. Then like a couple of different people told me, they're like, you know, when you drink, you get kind of mean.
I really get the feeling that you are rushing. Like even the way that you talk, everything is so pressured. And I heard you say, you know, I've lost 10 years. And so now you want to jump right to, I want to help everybody. I want to make up for all of that lost time. I'm going. And so I'm just wondering if the question that he asked us is really the question that we should be answering at this point. Your question that you asked our producers was, how do I deal with the guilt and shame of being an alcoholic now that I'm sober? That's a much different question than what you're asking us now. And that's who I want to meet. That's where I want to meet you at. You can give back later after you've given to yourself. See, listen, the thing about time, and we talked about this a little bit, the thing about time is an acronym for things I must earn. Things I must earn. You haven't earned yet the let me give back and all the world is great and all the world is my oyster, because you haven't dealt with the guilt and the shame.
Are you working any kind of recovery program?
Yeah, I'm currently kind of working the programs with, it's like a local Venice Beach chapter. So.
What does kinda mean?
It means I'm going to the classes. I have my 2-year sobriety chip. Actually, just passed up in March.
So do you just show up to get the chips, or are you working the program?
I've already worked the program in the past. Right now, I'm showing up about every 6 months.
I've already worked the program in the past. I have 2 years sobriety. I show up once every 6 months.
About every 6 months I go, just because I don't really have time to go right now.
Okay. So then you're not working the steps.
If you don't have time to go right now, why do you have time for outreach work and volunteer work and giving back?
I haven't created any time for that. I would like to create time for that.
I think you should create time for your recovery process first before you think about helping other people.
Okay.
And that will be part of your recovery process. As a way for you to do service, which is a really essential part of that process, you'll find it there. And I agree. I think that's the way to start. I think you're in a dangerous position to be 2 years in and to be taking that so lightly. Well, here's the thing. We don't want to take away from your accomplishment. I mean, it's a big deal. We're really proud of what you're doing, and I think the audience has showed that they are too. We just want you to get real and kind of stay real, because it worries me that you might be in your head a little too much and might be putting on a little too much. And I think that disconnect may have been what got you into this in the first place. And so now you're out of it. So just tap into who you really are. I think service is a great avenue, but get it in the right place and make sure you come first.
Okay.
And you can do the service as part of AA too, by giving
Yeah.
back, by being a sponsor, you know all of that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's one way.
Go back to your program, work the
Yeah.
steps,
Okay.
deal with the guilt and the shame.
Okay.
Okay?
So nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. We'll be right back after this. We love getting your questions, so we want you to keep them coming via Facebook, Twitter, and on our webpage. Who knows, we might just answer your question here in the studio audience next.